destruction of civilian infrastructure, looting, violence, kidnapping, and murder. The Raphael Lemkin Center for Documenting Russian Crimes in Ukraine seeks evidence of these violations. The center was established by the Warsaw-based Pilecki Institute, a research institution dedicated in part to studying totalitarian regimes.
We are collecting eyewitness accounts from civilians about war crimes and other crimes committed by the Russian Federation in Ukraine.
Created immediately after the start of the full-scale invasion, the center was named after the Jewish lawyer who introduced and defined the term genocide, meaning the destruction of a nation or ethnic group. Russia denies committing war crimes. Here, a dozen specialists read and process the testimonies of Ukrainians.
We are working on the questionnaire, which was created specifically for this project by scientists, historians, lawyers, based on the principles of international law, and also psychologists.
The specialists usually look for potential witnesses in refugee camps. A group also works in Ukraine. Persuading a person to talk is the biggest challenge, says Katerina Sukhamlinova, a Lemkin Center coordinator.
I start my communication by addressing people. I say, "Good afternoon. If you are witnesses or victims, went through the occupation, filtration camps, or were witnesses of other crimes, talk to us."
Sukhamlinova is also a refugee. She spent 21 days in occupied Mariupol. She agreed to testify for the Lemkin Center when she fled to Poland.
Unfortunately, I saw enough in 21 days in Mariupol. And now my vocation is to be a kind of Mariupol ambassador, to bring the truth to the world. I'm often called to help people from Mariupol testify, because I know a little, just a little, about how they feel.
It can take several hours to fill out the questionnaire. Some witnesses find it convenient to write, some prefer to speak on the record. Each person is guaranteed anonymity. But even with this condition, the testimony can be used in legal arguments.
The one condition is very basic, that the testimony should come from eyewitness. This is very important. But because we have a full personal data, it's also possible to just call the people once again before the prosecutors.
Also, the testimonies can be used to search for missing persons.
It may happen that in a few years, some victims' families will look for what happened to their relatives, and they will find information about it precisely in our archive.
The center has already collected 800 questionnaires from Ukrainians from multiple regions that have seen Russian attacks. People are most willing to talk about the destruction of infrastructure and least willing to talk about rape. Time, they say at the Lemkin Center, plays against the witnesses. The further away they are from the tragic events, the harder they find it to recall them. Lesia Bakalets, VOA News, Warsaw.